さあ、パトリッツィア、welcome to Japan.
Thank you.
And then we have waited and waited for your appearance and for to second time, you know. And then I remember that our Schoenberg concerto was so well accepted, and never as a reaction of such audience. Thank you very much. And this subtitle of the concert is Ligeti's Secret. And then when you have heard that title, what are you thinking?
About his inner world. When he was small, he discovered a world that he invented himself, actually, even the language. And I think there were many secrets that we will never really understand, but we feel them in the music.
Yeah. And then, そうですね。それでね、それが一番、今彼女が言われた。彼しかわからないシークレットがあるんだって言ってましたね。で、それを解き明かすのが、maybe we could give the hints of his secrets to the audience. Don't you think so?
Well, every human being has its own vocabulary, biography, the country he comes from, the history of his family, his genetic and his love. In Ligeti's case, it is a very rich and very complicated thing. He came from Hungary, but I think he also spoke Romanian. He encountered, or he faced a horrible war, anti-Semitic situation. He lost his father, his brother, who played violin in a concentration camp. He fled to the Western with his wife. He had many things in his life that we can never understand, because we hopefully don't experience it. And also his love to the science. I think this is very important in his music. But also his humor, I think. It's such a sarcastic, ironical, many layers of satire that I think he already started in the violin concerto. In the end of the violin concerto, the cadence, I think it's such an open space that doing Le Grand Macabre is something very natural for me.
Yeah, police chief.
Yeah.
The name of
Popov.
Popov. Yeah. And then he is maybe appearing in this piece, in this movement somewhere.
Very much.
Yeah.
He's all the time there. Yeah, you know, but coming from these places, you always are afraid that somebody is a spy and somebody would tell something about you, and then you end up in a prison. This is very much Securitate, KGB, but also Gestapo, Gepopo. So, and all this Bruegel and all that is such a crazy, grotesque thing that you don't find the line of the story. It's not really coherent, but the story is that they all believe, and they are completely hysterical about it, and in a fear that the world is ending by tomorrow or in the midnight, that God will send a comet and it's over with all of us. And the Necro-Tsar, this is the god of death, he's going to do it to us. But then in the end of the opera, there are two people, the Astradamus and Piet, the pot. So they both give him lots of alcohol. So he becomes completely drunk.
Yeah.
And somehow the comet does not reach the earth, and they all survive. And so this Gepopo is just a hysterical figure in this opera who is.
And then after the performance or performance is, and then you find nothing what happened, actually.
Nothing happened.
Nothing happened. And then nothing left,
Yeah.
And then in this case, how have you thought about our first rehearsal with TMSO after our very, very nice remembrance of Schoenberg concert? Yeah.
I was very, very happy to come back. Thank you so much for having me here. I remember the Schoenberg concerto. It was one of my first times, and I was very afraid, and I was very nervous, and we did it so well. So I was really very, very thankful. And now Ligeti is a completely new world, of course, and it's always an adventure. So I think we have a beautiful thing to...
Actually, Schoenberg has completed his violin concerto in the finalized form. But in the case of Ligeti, he has changed the structures. First, and then he has tried to compose as three movements concertos. But then he has changed his mind, and then to add the two.
The first movement he added?
Advertising, and then that giving us as you told, the kind of complication.
Yeah, big complication, I would say.
Complication, and then destruction, not well structured, but the destruction. You cannot see where is the direction to go.
Yes.
And then in that means your sound, I think your sound is so many colors and the rhythmic variations, and then which give so many impressions to the musicians first, and I'm sure that to the audience too.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm looking for these colors, for these characters, for these different structures. Going inside in this piece, there is no end, and you just discover every time something new. So I will discover a new Ligeti concerto here in Tokyo with you.
Okay, yeah, we are looking forward to this occasion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Fantastic.
ありがとうございました。